Hello. Look at that. Not sure whether you got a good view of that, but it's one of the many castles in this region that overlook the Rhine, creating a really dramatic landscape. And even though the weather's not great today, it's rather cloudy and a bit chilly, maybe that adds to the kind of moody atmosphere that you get here. So hello and welcome to my channel, and welcome to the Middle Rhine region of Germany. Hope you're well wherever you are. If you're new to my channel, my name's Chris Robinson, and I started this channel to create something like a video diary, really, that captures some of the significant moments in this big transitional period that I'm going through as I move from being a career man based in Germany to a retired or semi-retired man living in Devon in England. And each video that I make takes place during one of my hikes, so we do a lot of hiking, and I often reflect on what's happened in my week and what I've learned and what is planned for the week ahead. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. Stick around until the end, because you're sure to see some quite spectacular scenery from this region. So whilst I'm really looking forward to this walk, it's going to be a bit of a challenge for me, because this morning I ran 12.6 kilometers non-stop. So that's my longest run for over a year. So I'm feeling it a bit in my legs, and this is not the most easy walk. So hang on, let me just show you the backdrop behind me. I guess we're going to be going down there, and you can see the paths are quite steep. So I think I'm going to sleep well tonight. So I'll try and tell you a little bit about my week. Starting on Tuesday, I think is probably the best place to start. So on Tuesday I went for a night out in Bonn with my colleagues, which was nice, and had a glass of beer and a glass of wine, which is most unusual for me because I've gone most of this year without drinking alcohol at all, and I have to say I felt an awful lot better for it. It's enabled me to do things like this today, going out hiking as well as running. So yeah, and I also made a short video of my night out. What it is, I'm creating a series of short or YouTube video shorts. So these are videos that are 1 minute or less. And I've decided to make this series about things in Germany I'm going to miss. So that one was about the trams in Germany. I did one on the freight trains that run up and down alongside the Rhine. One on the Putzschinsmarkt, which I'll tell you about in a minute. One on outdoor swimming pools. So I pick all these kind of random topics and just make a 1 minute video about them. And they do seem to attract quite a lot of views, actually. But I hope that I will enjoy looking back on them in a few years, and you know, they'll be a nice reminder of my time here in Germany. So I think Germany is trying to get us used to the British weather again. A little bit of rain, but we took shelter there and had some nice lunch. That's one thing that us hikers have to do, is just keep on going. Okay, so I told you about Tuesday and my night out with my colleagues. Wednesday I was also with my colleagues, so we had an all-day workshop. That was a little bit challenging because it was held in German. So whenever we have an event in German, it's always a bit of a struggle for me. I understood a lot of it, probably most of it actually, so it wasn't so bad. And I also got a chance to say goodbye to some of my colleagues based in Prague, who I won't see again. So that was also really nice. But a little bit draining, so big day Wednesday was. Then in the evening we sold our bedroom furniture. So a man and his son came round with a van to collect it. They were from Syria. They then moved to Sweden and now they've moved to Germany. And the young lad, he was about 14, he spoke perfect English because he went to an international school in Sweden. He told me it was free of charge there, but he can't now get an English speaking school here in Germany free of charge. So that's impacting his school life, obviously, and I could relate to it because of what our children went through at a similar age to what he is now. Yeah, and obviously they didn't tell me too much about their personal story, but just knowing where they're from and how they've moved from country to country made me feel like giving them the bed free of charge, but I didn't, because I didn't want to offend them. I didn't know whether that would be taken the wrong way. Yeah, then on Thursday I did my little run. Friday we rested. Our flat is now quite empty, so we don't have no bedroom furniture. We just have a mattress on the floor. We have a couple of camping chairs and a television stood on a box, and that's it really. So this means we're always looking for opportunities to go out, and last night we went to Putchinsmarkt. So this is an annual event that takes place for, I don't know, maybe 5 nights I think in September in Bonn. To me it seemed like it's on a similar scale to Oktoberfest. I should think it must attract millions of visitors, and it really is it's just a fantastic atmosphere. They put on a special bus service from our town, and that was right outside our house. So hold on, I'm just trying to get through a narrow, rocky, slippy bit here. Give me a second. I think I'll take this route here. Oh gosh. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so they put on a really good bus service, and that added to the fun of it really. In fact, we were out on a little outing together. So, but it brought back lots of memories of us taking our children there, maybe 10 years ago or so. One thing I find fascinating about this area are the legends that you hear of. So maybe 2 that come to mind. The first legend concerns an area called the Laurel Lie, which is probably about 5 minutes south of here. and it's a huge steep rock positioned on a sharp bend in the river. The legend is that there was this beautiful maiden who used to sing songs from the top of this rock and lured these sailors to their doom as they were distracted by her beauty and the sound of her voice. And so it is a dangerous part of the river anyway, so I'm sure the story's not exactly true, but it's a nice little legend. So this seems like a suitable spot to tell you about the second legend of this area. And this is about one of my favourite buildings. I'll show you a picture of it in a minute. It's called the Mäuseturm, I think, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So Mouse Tower. So this legend was set in the 10th century when the area was ruled by Bishop Harto II of Mainz. He was reputedly a cruel and mean man who stored grain during a famine and didn't let the local people have access to it. He tricked them into thinking they could have some food one day, and they all went into this barn where he locked them in and set the building on fire. And he mocked them, saying their screams sounded like the squeals of mice. And then later an army of mice chased him into the Mäuseturm, where they devoured him alive. So perhaps that was his punishment for being such a horrible person. But a beautiful place, and these little myths, legends, stories help bring these places to life a little bit in the modern day era. But the British romantics used to travel down this river, probably in search of inspiration. And I think one British romantic, Mary Shelley, certainly found some inspiration here, because she wrote the book Frankenstein. And if you read the original book, it contains a couple of beautiful passages that describe this area. So it clearly had an impact on her. It wasn't just this region. I think they travelled down with Lord Byron and some others down to Switzerland. So when you read that book, it's a real travel adventure, as well as a bit of a dark story about a monster called Frankenstein. Anyway, I'll leave it there and carry on this walk. It's a very challenging one. Let me just show you. This is the kind of terrain we're now dealing with. Reinforced steps to help the hikers traverse this undulating mountainous landscape which I think is just about going to finish me off. And anyway, I'm going to finish it here so that I can be with my wife. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Sorry this video has perhaps not been the best. Been a little bit tired from the week I've had and from doing the run this morning. But hopefully it was good enough to give you a glimpse of this wonderful landscape around here and to bring you up to speed with all that's going on in our life. And I look forward to bringing you some more videos from the English county of Devon soon. And hopefully I'll be able to tell you about my half marathon and other adventures. So take care of yourselves. If you like this video, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And yeah, take care of yourselves and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks, bye. I'm really going to miss all this. It's just incredible.